Welcome to my review of the 1440p 30fps body mounted security camera, which is great for whether you're going on a hike outdoors or exploring nature. This camera captures it all in pretty good detail and does 48 megapixels of interpolated photos on its sensor. It does have a built-in 3000 milliamp hour lithium battery pack that does charge over a standard USB Type-C connector, and it comes with that cable, as well as a power brick, but the brick is only 5V 1A, meaning it does take quite a long time to charge up at nearly 5 hours, but the built-in battery does last about 12 hours of capturing footage, at least when you dial down the resolution to 1080p, turn off the screen, as well as the LED illumination, which is built right into the front of the camera. Right next to the lenses has an array of LEDs as well as infrared sensors, so it does capture night vision pretty well. It has a rigid chassis as well as some metal plated components on the front of it, giving it a fairly geometric appearance. Ports and the buttons are rubber capped and sealed for waterproofing protection, especially wearing this outdoor body mounted in the rain, snow. On the back of the body mounted camera, you'll notice that it has a cold shoe type of mounting plate mechanism that attaches using a metal spring and metal latching component onto a plastic belt clip, which does hold pretty firmly, as well as a very firm spring on the pocket clip. It's a fairly compact size that is composite of metal components paired with a plastic clip, and that goes right into the cold shoe mounting plate on the camera. Taking a closer look at its setting, you'll notice that it captures in 48 megapixels of interpolated photo resolution, while the video mode toggles between 480p all the way up to 1080 and 1440, but remains at that 30 fps resolution, limited by the internal chipset, and does capture in the mAh format. There are quite a lot of function buttons on this particular camera, so the controls are fairly intuitive, but it does require a bit of a learning curve, especially since there are plenty of buttons along the sides for toggling the LEDs on and off, as well as the function keys, menu control keys for recording, power on and off. Moving over to the other side, there's yet more buttons for the microphone hotkey, capturing photo and video quickly as a shutter release type of quick action button. This particular model I have doesn't actually come with a micro SD card, which is the only type of memory card that it takes from the bottom. It does need to be a high speed card like a UHS 1 to be able to handle the 1440p 30 fps read and write speed, doing the playback in that mode, or just generally writing the video files to the micro SD card. Attaching the clips is pretty straightforward, but as you'll notice that it does cover some part of the screen, although not the video itself.
This is the BOBLOV body cam, and it has a lot of features that look like they're tailored for police, but you could also use this for civilian use if you're walking, maybe even riding a bicycle or anything like that. It does have some features here that allow you to, for example, turn on blinking lights, and can also turn off the screen by pushing the power button. There's a video mode, photo mode. This is an audio recording mode, and photo mode here. Now notice I have the clip installed, and when you have the clip installed, it blocks the top portion of the screen, so you can't see very easily. You could sort of look underneath, or you could rotate the clip like that. So it defaulted to 1296p30. Let me see if we can change that here. So it's 1080. 1440p is the highest resolution you can do. Now I noticed, at least in 1440, it recorded in a 4:3 squarish aspect ratio, and it looked like it was stretched a bit vertically. So I think it should have been 16:9, but the video was stretched. So I don't know how important that is to you, but you could always squeeze it or unstretch it in post. But if you want it out of the box in the right aspect ratio, this might not be the best camera for you. You can also date and timestamp your video recordings, and the memory card is just a standard micro SD card here. There is another attachment that allows you to clip this onto a shirt. Kind of looks like this, and it looks like this is supposed to clip onto your shoulder, and then this can rotate forward like that. Let me see if I can remove this. Got to squeeze this out, put this in. Okay, so you could clip this onto your shoulder, and then this just records facing forward. You could always rotate it down like this and try to clip it into maybe a shirt pocket or something like that. But that's about it for this camera.
This is the body dash cam, and this is one of the attachments that you can put on if you want to wear it on your vest or whatever, and it's pretty easy to put on. Just going to line that up and snap, and it's got a pretty good solid grip on there. It's not going to fall if you're using this for bike riding, trail riding. That's pretty secure. And if you're going to remove it, you're just going to slide it out. Now I'm going to show some of the features. So we have the micro SD card here, which is not supplied, so I purchased one separate. And we're going to go into the on. A little harder to do this through my phone, but you can see all the different settings here. You can scroll. As you can see, there's a lot of different settings that you can utilize with this. Anyone you want to pick, if you want to change the day, format, all of that is simple as clicking the OK. I'm going to go ahead and cancel that because I'm not going to format. And then you're going to click the button here, and it gets you out. And now you're in the main frame. You have the other features on here, such as night mode, GPS mode, your video record mode. So overall, as you can see, the screen is pretty clear. It picks up voice pretty well. And it's clearly small, it's lightweight, and as you can see, you've got your flash on there, and it's a pretty decent camera overall, especially for different types of use. And overall, I would recommend it.